Hey everyone, welcome back to the channel. Today we are chasing the sunset from Salt Lake City on over to Los Angeles in the wonderful Fenix A320. I have just upgraded, or I guess really upgraded may not be the best term, but I've swapped out the cams and springs that came with the Virpil. I had set it up for kind of a very heavy setting, kind of slow, sluggish, and I felt like when I did it, it gave me some more control. But what I've decided to try is going with a lighter setup because I feel like I was constantly, the thing was so heavy that I was like almost twisting in my chair when I used it. So, decided to go with the lighter feel to give me a little bit more like agility with some of these airliners because I feel like there's a very fine area where they tend to like to be handled. So, the difference with the Fenix here has been night and day for me. Yeah, I've only tested it on a couple flights. And this is going to be a discovery flight just as much as the others, but so far the feeling in the flare is 1,000 times better than what it used to be. So hopefully we have a good landing tonight again, but we'll get started here and we'll see how it turns out. You'll notice the departure is just spot on with this thing now. I feel like I was always chasing something or just slightly out of whack, and the dead center was just not right. So I'm pretty happy with the changes I've made and have enjoyed it so far. We've got a beautiful flight lined up, and the sunset won't wait us, so I don't want to wait too long. We've got Ron, Eddie, Ken, myself, and Dev, what's becoming the usual crowd in most of our flights. And before we get started, take a moment to check out the description below for more info on this flight. And while you're there, hit the like and subscribe button if you haven't already, and it would be really beneficial and supportive for the channel. Also, take a peek at the links to see any of the equipment that I use on a normal day. So if you have any questions, feel free to ask away, and let's get started. Okay, I'm back. All right. So we voted tonight. I didn't say, oh, somebody disappeared. We voted tonight and decided to fly the A320 minus this random Southwest 737 Max sitting next to me, Dev. And of course someone over here has the A380, which I did test earlier for after the fiasco we had on Friday, to see if it was any better, and it was not. All right, airplane is kind of in a turnaround state. I got the navigation ready. Let's get these fuel pumps on. Everybody has been boarded and the airplane fueled up, so we should be good to go there. We can go ahead and turn the seatbelt signs on since we do have a full airplane. Leave the external power on while we get this thing up and running. Like I said, we're going Salt Lake City to LAX. Got a departure time in 16 minutes. So let's go to our ground services, chocks and cones. We can take that off. We got the PCA. We'll get rid of that when we get rid of the GPU once the APU is up. Got 17,186 pounds in the tanks and 9,550 pounds loaded. 175 souls on board. Go down here, check our nav data. And we are current and up to date on that. Over the init, flight request. Wait for that to come through. There we go. And I just used my standard Delta 929 for the virtual airline. Cost index. Let's go over here and take a look at our operational flight plan. Cost index for tonight is 5. Cruise is 380. And let's grab our wins. I heard some relays click in, so the APU is available, so we can get rid of that external power, and let's get the bleed on. Go back over here, get rid of that ground equipment. GPU and air. Back to the mass balance. Excuse me. When return, we don't need to use the preliminary 0 fuel weight and center of gravity since we have the airplane loaded. So we've got 137 point, let's call it 137.5. And a CG of 30.1. Oh, I'm sorry. I grabbed the wrong one. 31.3. So to correct that, you can do a /31.3. And that'll just change the set. There we go. Block fuel, I got 17.2. And we were planning on 17.2. Alright, let's go to our flight plan page. Let's get our departure. We are showing on our flight plan 3-4 left with the ARCS 1 to Winnan. So 3-4 left. Arches in Winnan. There we go. Insert. This shows a manual departure, and then we'll do a direct to scant once we get up in the air. The arrival is 24 right, Angel 4 to, was that Hackman? Two-4 right, Angel 4, and Hackman. Insert. I'll take a look at the end of the flight plan here. Alright, we got quite an arrival there. I didn't see any discontinuities other than our departure here. And if we take a look at that real quick, we're going to be doing a left turn out of the airport here. And what does the chart say? Top altitude 230. I've got my mini SCU set up here, and then we're going to be doing the runway heading, which is 3-4 left. Sorry, we're going to be doing a left turn. 3-4 left is 344 on the heading. Okay. That takes care of that. Go on to our performance page. Surface is dry. Got the sync load sheet final. Sync live weather and PAX will be on. Altimeter's 299.5. Calculate. We are pretty far up in elevation, so flaps 2 takeoff does not surprise me, but we're going to be 2 down 0.3, flex 52. When I say 52 in the flex, yep. And then speeds are 474751. And that takes care of our performance. Alright, so final items here.
Back.
What's that?
I'm pushing back.
Alright.
Gonna stop my engine soon.
Be right behind you here shortly. Should have a short taxi basically right behind us, and we're going to do a 180 here and then a left turn over onto an Alpha or Bravo dealer's choice. I think we're good. Okay. Let's get rid of that ground equipment and then turn our beacon on, and GSX will automatically start to pushback sequence for us, which is pretty nice. Oh, already took care of that. Beautiful. So if we go up here and click our beacon on,
this parking is too small for your aircraft.
Should start handling it automatically. No, I don't want to. Oh, hi. Where'd you come from? This guy down here should be...
Hello, Captain.
Oh boy. Yep, there he is. I'm going to want to do, I guess nose to our left would be the easiest thing to do here. Yep.
Departure checks completed. Bypass pin inserted.
He's very excited. That's a cool screenshot right there. Definitely chasing that sunset. I love flying in and out of Salt Lake City.
I've never been there
Locking gear.
in real life.
I've never been here either.
I am definitely not.
I said nose to the left.
Release parking brakes, please.
Release parking brake.
Commencing push. All engines clear. Start at will.
Alrighty. Let's get in here and get this thing started. Alright, ignition to start. And wait a couple seconds. And then engine 2.
Okay, here goes the test of my tiller.
He should be fine. Kind of already tested it.
True. Oh yeah, this is nice. Oh, I'm driving this all over the place.
Or taxi
Oh,
simulator.
we're getting you a Phoenix.
Huh?
I said, Ron, we're getting you a Phoenix. I don't care how much you deny it.
Oh, we just got his killer set up. Quick question: are you
Yeah.
using the settings from the video right now? Using I basically have maxed out settings right now. I don't know which video you were specifically referencing, because there's a lot of performance videos on my channel. All right, engine 2 is available. Engine 1,
Parking brakes.
please set
Performance
parking
videos is
brakes.
like Hacker Channel.
For a good
It
engine
is.
start.
And it's confirmed that we got a good engine start here.
Cockpit to ground. We have a good engine start. You can disconnect.
Ken, where are you flying tonight?
Sir,
What are you flying tonight?
the A320, 200.
Oh, okay.
Oh no, I taxied the wrong airport or wrong runway. Dang it.
Let's say wrong airport. That's pretty impressive.
That's good.
Right, engine 2's coming on. Those relays keep cooking. Unlocking gear. Engine 2 is available. Or, sorry, correction. Engine 1 is available. Ignition start off. Flaps arm. Spoilers armed. Whew. Max auto brake.
Tow truck disconnected.
We are
Bypass pin
going
removed.
to flaps 2.
Left is clear. Right is clear.
And then we head down on point 3 on the controls. 2, 3. Alright. Full back. Full forward. Full left. Full right. Right rudder. Left rudder. Let's talk about these two, the ones with the performance fix for MSFS with the terrain level detail. Yes. Basically, I have a 13900K processor, which allows me to run the LODs at max most of the time. So I believe everything's maxed. And then I have a 4090 for my video card, so the graphics are all maxed out, obviously. Okay. Control surface is good. Real quick takeoff config, good. Let's go ahead and lose the bleed, lose the APU. Taxi lights on, runway lights. Landing lights drop down, strobe to auto. Seatbelts are on, smoking is an auto. Overhead panel is good to go. Arc brake company message, we'll ignore that for now. APU available, landing lights, okay. we are good to taxi. Let's get the track IR on. Get that all centered out. And
I'm
like I
just
said,
going to drive around the airport a little. Enjoy my tiller.
there's Ron. Or not Ron, Eddie. Yep, yep. Milan, or Milan, however you say your name. If the easiest way to do it is, depending on your graphics card, set your graphics settings up to whatever your graphics card can handle, and then adjust your LOD settings to whatever your CPU can handle. If you do that, you'll typically end up with a simulator that looks really good and performs well. And you can ask Dev. We just did that the other day for his system.
It works very well.
In fact, you can ask a lot of people in the chat. It's typically the same approach I take for everybody, and it works every time. There will be an occasional issue with somebody's system, but it's usually a very specific problem just with their computer. Who's that in front of me? There's Ron. Dev's naturally first to the runway, as usual.
I'm going to...
You didn't have to cut through the grass this time.
I did not cut through anything. I only went 115 knots on the taxiway.
He didn't even say anything about pushing back. He didn't want us to know. He was all incognito about it.
I'm going to wait. I will. I'm going to be on the Bravo taxiway. If you want to go around me, I'll wait. I don't like to be first or second.
Okay. Well, then I will scoot over to the Alpha side.
Okay.
I'm using a 3070 Ti Ryzen 7 5800X, 32 gigs of RAM, experiencing very poor FPS and also a lot of stutters and fun. Okay, 3070 Ti, you can pretty much run everything at high or ultra on your video settings. And I have a video that talks about which ones are graphic card dependent and which ones are CPU dependent. Go find that, or yeah, someone could probably link it in Discord. He did join the Discord. Dev, if you get a free
I'll
moment.
do that really quickly.
Thank you.
Yeah, I will.
And
that is a very similar system to what I have as well, and I have pretty good FPS.
what are your LOD settings, Dev?
I keep it around 120.
120 on both?
Yes, when I'm not in the fly-by-wire.
Okay, so keep your settings around 120 like Dev's, and max out high or ultra on the graphic settings, and report back how that goes. Also, DirectX 11 would be recommended for you since you're on a 3 series card.
Okay.
And TAA for anti-aliasing.
Well,
Forgot to start smart cars.
all right, Dev, come up behind you here. It's you saying that
Let me
maybe
get in there.
double check my smart cars. It's working. Cool. All right, Dev is our only traffic. Ron is graciously allowing us to pass. Assuming he's doing a rolling start, so we'll head and scoot behind him. Let's go. Landing lights on. Take off. TARA. And strobe 2 on. They're on approach. Dev is departing. Yeah, I'll have to change to DirectX 11. I was already using TAA since DLSS gave some more. Yeah, you get rid of the DLSS crap.
DLS is really terrible. Especially on 30 series cards.
Yes. Alrighty. Final check of everything above. Runway lights on. Landing lights. Turn those the wrong way. Good thing we double checked everything. And then we've got TARA and the radio is on. No messages other than what I expect. I'll check out the settings Thursday. I'll let you guys know the result in the Discord server. Okay. Well, if it happens to come up earlier, let us know, and we'll get you sorted out. All right, Dev, you...
What video am I fighting again?
The graphics card versus CPU settings.
Gotcha.
All right, we're going to give Dev a minute, and then we'll depart.
Ken, where are you at?
I'm at the gate.
Oh.
That's all right. Y'all go ahead. Y'all wasn't concerned about me till now. Go ahead.
Jeez.
I'll wait for you.
50%.
Now, go ahead. I can't even get this thing cranked.
No?
Nope.
All right, stable, flex, forward pressure, flex SRS. Now here's where I was talking about those nice smooth turns and everything I've been able to achieve with the Virpil springs and cams. Better not slowly release the pressure.
It's a nice sunset.
Yeah, it's a beautiful sunset. B1, rotate. How's the rate gear up? Look at that. Whoa, the clouds just loaded in.
Mm-hmm.
Made it even cooler. All right, let's do a direct to scant. Down to climb. Throttle climb. Will do. I'm living in the Netherlands, so the time zone is a bit different. Oh, yeah. Yes. All right, let's go flaps 1. You guys are from the U.S.? Yes. Everyone in here right now is from the U.S. Correct. So it's currently, I think all of us are in Eastern Time.
Yes.
So 7.
I'm Central.
Central, 7:24 or
never mind.
6:24. We're struggling to get up. Well, I guess it's not too bad. I'm actually climbing at 2,000 feet per minute. It just feels like it's sluggish. $1:24 a.m. here. Yeah, that sucks. Go to bed. Well past my bedtime. All right, flaps up. Oh, okay. That's why that happened. I accidentally.
Flaps.
I guess my flaps went all the way up whenever I moved it up to 1 a minute ago. That's why all that happened with my primary flight display. The speeds there. I was wondering what it was showing. I was about to stall. I was confused. I'm going to the States next summer again. Oh, okay. Where are you going? All right, 10,000 feet. Let's go autopilot 1.
Alright, I'm gonna stop my roll.
What a sleep. Yeah, I understand that. Man, look at these colors. This is incredible. Cleveland. My aunt lives there. Oh, okay. Cool. Been to Cleveland a couple times. Good little extra performance back. Let's clean up this airframe. Landing lights, retracted runway lights off, and nose light can go off. Let's go ahead and release the passengers, and then disarm speed brake, and auto brakes are off. Company message. We can get rid of that real fast.
Release the passengers. Sounds like you're keeping them hostage.
Releasing them from their seats where they were being held hostage.
Cleveland Rock and Roll Hall of Fame located there?
Maybe?
Yeah. No, I thought so.
Heading over for about 2 months. We're thinking about making a road trip around the west coast. That would be cool. Oh, hang on. Let's get some anti-ice on. We're going through these cloud layers here. The engine anti-ice on. And it is 0 degrees. Or negative 16 static air. Yeah, Rock Hall is in Cleveland. Been there last May. Oh, there you go.
Cool.
I've never been to that.
Me either.
I've never heard of it.
West
that
Coast
where-
is somewhere that I've not spent much time either.
Wait, is that where Prince lives, Cleveland?
Prince was Minnesota.
Oh.
Eddie's swooping in with the facts.
Just so you know, there's a mid-roll ad in your stream right now.
Yeah.
Which is
It does it at random.
That is incredibly annoying.
Well, you can set it up to be different. Rock Hall is very nice. If you're a fan of music, I definitely recommend going there. I'll have to... Next time I have a reason to go to Cleveland, I'll have to check it out. Which is not very often.
You get your engines running, Ken?
Yeah,
Okay. I just took off.
I'm about ready to push the throttle spot.
Whoosh.
Whoosh. It's a fiery sunset I'm looking at right now.
Yeah, this is a beautiful sunset. We're about to do some cloud surfing right here, which we haven't done in a while. It is my favorite thing to do. All right, over to standard pressure. This is not quite as good as it could be without that solid layer of clouds, but I'll take it. It's been so clear in the United States for months now, at least where we've been flying, that I kind of forgot what clouds look like. Engine anti-ice can come off now. We're out of the clouds there. Look at that beautiful sunset. I mean, last time I went to Cleveland was in May. I went through customs and offer asked me, "You're going on holiday in Cleveland?" You're right. It's a legit question.
Yeah,
What are you truly here for?
that's a good one.
We don't believe you, sir.
Yeah. Yeah, we're not buying this.
No.
Visiting Cleveland.
For holiday? You supposedly have an aunt that lives here? I don't believe one bit, no. Put him in the room, boys. Cavity search.
Check his luggage.
Let me just sit back and
So far,
relax.
so good with this version.
You're even getting a nice sunset to enjoy it with.
Yeah, Ken, the dev version is just the regular version with more features, and it may be slightly less stable, but it should be pretty much the same.
It seems okay. I didn't see anything different.
Yeah, it's always been better for me. It gets all the good stuff when it comes out too.
It's interesting, I just full screened my stream output next to my actual screen. And it's a bit more red. Let's see if I can post something here for you guys. Well, behind the scenes.
Yeah, it has a magenta shift to the stream mode usually, which is interesting.
It's because it's HDR to SDR.
Oh yeah. I've been taking screenshots, and I cannot get good screenshots to the life of me anymore.
Yeah, if there's a... I use the Xbox game toolbar, or whatever the heck it's called.
Does it correct for HDR?
Yes.
I wonder if you could output flight sim through that and have it correct HDR as a live stream.
Probably. But I don't know why OBS just doesn't have a way to handle it by default. It's kind of surprising.
Yeah.
So people on board the aircraft were confused as well. I was wearing a Guardian sweater, and they're all asking, "You going home?" And I was like, "No, I'm just going on holiday."
Mm-hmm.
They were like, "Have you lived here before or something?" Oh shoot, that is pretty funny. I will admit to that.
So is Cleveland not known as a holiday destination or something?
No.
No.
Cleveland's just an industrial city for the most part.
Mm. How come I'm not getting any good sunsets? Mine's totally blacked out. Am I in the... Oh, wait a minute. Oh,
Blacked
wait
out.
a minute. There- I'm just coming through the clouds. There we
Oh,
go.
there you go.
I just broke
Yeah, I was
out.
about to say, if you're not seeing what I'm seeing, you're missing out.
Yep, I can even see stars and everything.
Stars. Oh, I guess I can see
Star.
some.
Yeah. I got a bunch of scratches on my windshield on this plane, though.
Yeah, they like to tell you that they're new.
Mm.
There's some mountains down here. Is it cool? As far as I know, it used to be a city with steel industries. Yeah, steel and oil, probably. Like railroad stuff. What is one city you guys would like to live in?
That's a good question.
Probably.
My own.
Yes,
There you
that.
Mhm.
Can you does that have to be in the United States or could it be anywhere?
Let's start with the United States.
Okay. I don't really like cities, is the thing.
Well, it doesn't have to be a big city. I mean, it could be a fishing village for all I care.
Alright.
Telluride, Central Colorado.
Yeah, there we go. This guy knows. This guy knows what it's about.
Here's an interesting fact about Cleveland. Trade in July 2024, the top exports of Cleveland were aircraft parts, $1.53 billion worth.
Oh, so two pieces a year.
That's funny.
Integrated circuits, medical instruments, telephones, and vaccines, blood, anti-sera toxins, and cultures.
Interesting.
That is interesting. I didn't know that. Let's see. Cleveland is known for producing a diverse range of goods, including standardized products like clothing, iron shapes, and automobiles. In addition to being a hub for higher education, manufacturing, financial services, healthcare, and biomedicals.
Still sounds boring. Good place for
Yeah.
work. If you, I mean, it'd be a
Yeah,
good
it
place to
sounds
have a
like it,
career. And to, is it Milan or Milan?
Milan, Italy?
I was talking to the guy in the chat. It's
Milan.
Milan. Is it Milan or Milan?
It's Milan.
Milan.
Milan. I'm assuming it means Italy.
Yeah, he said downtown has mostly corporate buildings.
No.
Yes, it does.
Let's see. What
I don't
food?
know if I've ever
Probably.
stayed in Cleveland. I've just been through it.
Food known for
It's
Cleveland.
it's a Dutch name, so how you pronounce it is fine. Okay, how should I pronounce it? So just so you can get this redneck trying to pronounce something in a hilarious fashion. I can't really describe it. Oh, okay.
Oh, that's Dutch.
Ian? Oh, oh, he's clearing a storm. Milan. This week worked. But it's not like as a Y. Milan? Milan? I guess it's not a Y, so.
This is
I always
hilarious. This is
I always
actually
enjoy
hilarious.
doing this because I always just butcher it. You know, like I said, I'm a few times I'm a redneck with a few extra brain cells, so I'm from the hills and the hollers. So get me started on some interesting across the pond language, and it just don't go well. Let me think of an example. Okay, there you go. I had somebody comment so nicely on one of my videos that I needed to go to speech therapy. I was like, oh, thanks.
Are you serious? That's hilarious.
Yeah, being YouTuber is a fun time because you get some of the nastiest people leaving comments.
Hey, what would they say about Ron then? Gee,
I know.
I
My
feel,
Boston accent.
well, they probably like your accent. I'm just a stupid redneck.
At least I'm from a sophisticated city.
there you go.
Yeah, there you go. Boston.
Boston, where they park the cars.
Boston.
Yeah.
Yep. There's no room to park your car in Boston. That's for sure.
You need to. I need to give you like a script to read for me one day
Yes.
as just like an
You
opener
should.
to the channel.
There you go.
Hey guys, welcome to Nocturnal Simulations with our guest host Ron. I'm gonna let him do the opener tonight because he's got a much nicer voice, much more sophisticated voice than my redneck self.
It'd be like the nocturnal host.
Yes. You send me the script, I will happily read it.
So the
You need a
I,
podcast.
or the, oh, so the L is pronounced in the way you would say E in New York. So, Mian? Or, wait, New. Oh wow, the
This is
Mooin?
great.
Mooin?
This is great.
How long is this flight? We'll see if we can figure it out before we
I don't know.
land.
I don't know. I
It's not long
He said. He
enough.
said. He said. No wait. No wait. Pronounce the L. No wait. Oh shoot. As an E. He said no wait. Pronounce the L as an E.
Good.
Is it like a Mian? All right. So somebody's gonna help. Somebody's gonna have to help me out here. I'm struggle busting.
No.
Milan. It's
No, we're not
Milan.
helping you. We're not helping you.
Milan.
Oh,
Milan.
what? After all the things I've done for you guys.
You're about ungrateful. I mean, gee whiz, come on.
I know.
I was so
Happy
busy
about
trying to figure out how to say his name that I forgot to set my cruise altitude a minute ago. So now we're climbing the cruise at 380.
Diesel.
Don't forget standard pressure.
What's up, Diesel? Yes, I did have standard pressure. I did remember
Okay.
that one. I turned I turned that over before we started figuring out how to pronounce his name.
Flaps up, land, gear up.
Yes, yes.
Okay.
Yep,
In fact,
even
my
I got that done. Finally.
Just
checklist.
checking.
How about yours?
My what?
I think you
Everything.
put landing gear down.
My landing gear's up. My pressure is on standard. My flaps are up,
Excellent.
and my continuous ignition is off. Landing lights are off, and
Excellent.
strobe is on, and logo's off above 10,000.
Have you released the passengers from their sails?
Yes, I have.
There you go. He's on it today. So how did
I
you
don't
pronounce
really-
it? My internet just dropped out. Oh, you were saying pronounce the L as an E. So
Mian.
Mian is what I said.
Yulin? Yulin?
Yulin.
I don't know.
What?
Like the E in New York. I don't know.
No. Can you like phonetically spell it? Maybe. I is E. Oh, it's an I, not an L. Hang on, sorry. My chat's on another screen, so it's kind of small. Hang on, I gotta scroll up here. I is E. Moon.
There we go.
Moon? If you're talking about the moon in the sim here, then it's like a little sliver. Can you see the rest of the moon?
That's not familiar.
What am I What am I hearing?
Or what?
Oh, I was trying to get a pronunciation online, but it was
Oh.
it was doing it in Italian.
So it's like
Milan.
Milan. Milan. Well, that's right.
Fix it. We're never gonna get it.
Milan, right? That's what he spells it. And as for the phonetical spelling, so
So this is somebody that was thinking about joining the channel?
me is right. Uh-oh. Okay, so we're halfway there, boys. Yeah, he's already on the channel. He joined earlier.
No, I think probably, he'll
Land
probably be
not.
listening pretty quick. After listening to some of this.
Me is right. Lan is not. Okay, so how? Okay, so the L. How do you say instead of lan? How do you say? How do you say it? Half
Is it
strings.
L like an I?
Now I've got Blake's trying to help too. Appreciate the
We're gonna have
in-flight
to-
entertainment.
We have to
Can't
find
imagine
us.
why I would watch anything else on Sunday
Okay,
night.
the L is correct, but the AN. We're getting there.
We need a speech pathologist to help us.
Wait, yeah, when we get
Milan, Milan, Michael. Diesel says I'm not even gonna try. Let me see how I can destroy it. I feel like he's pulling my leg at this point. No.
Let me see that.
No. Well, he said yeah. Well, hang on. Which one? Which version? Oh no, you got it. The first one. Crap. What did I say? Mian or Milan? Mian 1, Milan. Or Mian. No, no. Oh no, he said no, yes. Oh god, the 15-second delay. It's killing me. Mian. Alright, I'm not gonna say anything else. Mian. Do 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 do. What is
This delay is
flickering?
hilarious.
There's like a disco in my cockpit. The sun was setting, it was like flickering.
Oh gosh, it is flickering. What the heck?
The AN is like with a short A.
Mian.
Mian. It's a very Dutch pronunciation. Apparently, I do not need to learn Dutch then, because apparently I won't be able to pronounce anything. Oh no, my sim just froze.
Into this now, aren't we?
My sim just froze.
Oh no.
Did it actually?
Yes. Come on, sim. Survive.
Oh no.
Is it back?
Not yet.
Oh, there it goes. I see it now. I think your pronunciation froze it up.
I finally got it right, and
Yeah.
that's all she wrote.
Looks like it's
Oh,
back.
no.
I believe in it.
I'm watching the stream. It looks okay.
Oh, yeah, let me watch the stream.
Looking out
Your
your
tag
left
is
window.
gone.
Whoa, we're back, baby. I'm alive.
You.
Woo, that was a very long pause. YouTube's telling me I need to change my video resolution. I can't. YouTube can't.
Why does it want you to change your resolution?
Because my TV that I use is a weird 4K, and the way it scales down to 1440, it's like 2728 by 1440 instead of 2560 by 1440. So
Oh, that's weird.
YouTube doesn't like it, but although it still accepts it, so I don't know. Besides
Just wait
that,
till the one day it does not accept it.
yeah, then I guess I'll have to like scrunch the screen up for everybody or put black bars on it, one of the two. Besides that, the Dutch language is very complicated. You don't even want to learn it. It gives you a headache. Well, I don't think English, American English, is any better for most people because of the amount of slang that we have.
Sure, it's not easy.
I know it's complained about a lot, just the sheer amount of slang that, and you got things like there, they are,
Yeah.
there,
There's no solid rules.
Like
to
over
it,
there,
so it makes
or
no
the-
sense. You just have to memorize.
they're crazy.
Read red and the color red.
Yeah,
Oh.
read, red, yeah, red.
Just, ridiculous.
Tomato,
Takes a lifetime
tomato.
to learn it.
I still don't know how to speak it, so there's that. Remember, according to the one guy in my comment section, I still don't know how to pronounce it.
I have
Or
just
pronounce
hit the
anything.
top to climb.
I didn't
Oh.
even know a speech therapist was a thing.
No? Oh yeah, that's a big job.
Yep. In my opinion, English itself is not very hard, but it comes to the accent, which gives a lot of Dutch people some trouble. I can see that. Especially because we're being such a big country, there is so many different accents.
Oh yeah.
And really, you don't even have to go that far. You can go from...
That's true. You can go from Boston to Rhode Island, and the Rhode Island people have a different accent than we do.
Yeah. Exactly.
Yeah.
But the United States being such a melting pot of nationalities, it's interesting. You know, like it's always like, I have this question for a lot of people: what is American food? You know, you say I want to go get some Mexican food, or I want to go get some Indian
McDonald's.
food, or I want to go get some Chinese food, or something like that. You know, what is American food? Is it just McDonald's? Is it Yum
It's
Brands,
just
Taco Bell,
McDonald's.
KFC?
It's anything fried.
Like burgers, or fries.
Our mascot is fried butter sticks.
Fried butter sticks. I mean, the Dutch can speak English very well, but it's with a typical Dutch accent most of the time. Yeah, see, so that would be hard for us to understand, I'm sure.
Oh yeah.
Hamburgers. All right, there we go. Hamburgers.
Yeah, hamburgers.
That's great.
French fries. Little fried chicken. Steak.
Steak, really?
I would think so. I think that's American. Very American.
It'd be interesting. So, let me ask you this. Is it... Do you guys say you want to go get some American tonight? Like,
No.
Americans would say, I want to go get some Chinese tonight or some Mexican tonight? Speaking about
Yeah.
food.
Nah. Nah, you never say, let's get American.
Sure. We don't say that, but do other countries.
Oh.
When I'm in the States, I only want to eat burgers. They're the best in the United States. Okay, what's your favorite burger that you've had? Oh, apparently Minnesota has something that I've never had in terms of a burger. Lindsay was talking to one of her previous coworkers the other night, and they were talking. What is Minnesota burger? What was it called?
What state is Minnesota in again?
What is this? The
What
Juicy
state is
Lucy.
Minnesota in again?
Minnesota. It's a state, Dev.
Yeah, Minnesota is the state.
Oh,
I thought it was a soft drink.
Yeah.
Like, Minneapolis is a city in Minnesota. St. Paul.
Yes.
That type of stuff.
Okay, yeah, so the burger that Minnesota is known for is the Juicy Lucy. But here, let's drag this over real quick. The Juicy Lucy. Cross section of a Juicy Lucy showing the molten cheese in the center of the patty. It's basically two patties smashed together with cheese in the center of it. I've never had that before.
Not to be confused with the Lucy Juicy.
Don't talk about her like that.
I'm very confused right now. I need
Well, we were-
context.
Well, we were at this one restaurant. It was like a local one. And they just had the best bacon and cheeseburger I've ever had. Oh. Smash burgers tend to be my go-to.
Those are pretty good.
Big fan
What
of
is a
smash burgers. A burger that gets smashed
Like
and to like a really thin
totally
patty.
Interesting.
Yeah, very thin patty.
Oh,
Almost like a little thicker than a pancake.
And they get like crispy edges.
interesting.
Yes. Those are pretty.
Interesting. Never heard of that.
It's very
Any
good.
of y'all ever had a Crystal hamburger?
No.
Crystal burger?
Yep.
Yeah, just it's like the South's version of White Castle.
Well, yeah, the little bitty squares, yeah.
Oh.
See, I've had White Castle
What's
and
White Castle?
Crystals. The North's version of Crystal.
What is Crystal?
You've never had Crystal? Or White
I've
Castle?
never even heard of it. Neither. Never heard of either.
Oh
We
man.
don't have White Castle. We have Five Guys.
Well, have you had White Castle
Yeah,
or
what is my
Crystals?
go-to?
Ron, have you had either?
White Castle? No.
Or Five Guys?
I've had Five Guys. We have that here. We
Sorry.
Have a few of those.
I'm sorry, my bad. Crystals or White Castle?
No.
Okay.
Neither one.
No, I've never been to the Netherlands. I don't know about anybody in here, but Dev just came back from Europe a few months ago.
4 months ago, but yeah. I did not go to Netherlands though. I want to.
Yeah, I would like to go to the Netherlands. Probably be a couple years, but
May or may not just because I want to get KLM plane, but whatever.
If I go to the Netherlands, I'm bringing a translator.
I'm gonna go hunt down Mian,
Exactly.
and he's gonna try to tell me how to pronounce his name the entire time I'm there.
Yeah.
Okay, so Five Guys is good.
Yes, 5 Guys.
Whataburger is overhyped.
Never heard that either.
But don't buy fries for everybody because you get like a bag full of them.
Yeah, large fries, a half a brown paper bag full.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, I know what you're talking about. I know that ones.
Yeah. First time I went there, me and my 2 sons, we each got fries, and it was like, holy crap.
Yeah, you're like, what did I just do? And then you get peanuts. That's my favorite part. Is you can go in there and just eat peanuts the entire time. Like your meal didn't fill you up. Well, here, have an entire box of peanuts.
I didn't see that.
Well, depending on where you live, they may ban it because peanut oil and allergies.
No, that's true.
At least where I'm at, they still have that out, so you can just sit there and eat peanuts the entire time.
We get those in Texas Roadhouse, I think, that chain. They
Yep,
have
same idea.
Peanuts, and people just throw the
Just
shells
throw them on the floor.
Yeah. Really classy.
So what's with meat and peanuts? I don't see the overlap there.
Yeah.
They
no, neither.
fry everything in peanut oil.
Oh, I didn't know that. And then we have Wahlburgers for burgers. That's Mark Wahlberg.
I haven't had one of those yet. I've seen one of
Yeah.
the restaurants. I've never eaten at one though.
They have them up here, but I've never been to one. I just haven't crossed paths with it.
The Netherlands is nice, but tourists usually go only to Amsterdam, which is a shame since there's a lot more nice cities west. Yeah, I mean, obviously, I want to go to Amsterdam just to check it out, but I like to go to more like the local places when I go to different countries, or even just going to different states. I don't like going to do the touristy stuff most of the time. Try to find the lesser known stuff and visit that. Because most of the time touristy stuff is just a money trap anyways. What is your favorite part of the Netherlands? And do you recommend any specific city out west? One of my coworkers, he's going over to Europe, I think Tuesday night or Wednesday morning, one of the two. And he's doing one of those Viking cruises.
Oh, river cruise?
Yeah.
Through very, very
Oh.
soon.
Which I think that would be a fun way to experience a lot of stuff. Yes, of course. I mean, you have got to see Amsterdam. I mean, the Dutch mostly go to New York or LA, etc. At least, I don't know any people going to Cleveland, except for you. Except for you. At least going to Cleveland on holiday.
Yes.
So, who are you flying with? And what airplane is it? Being on
An
an
deep question.
yeah, you're on an aviation nerd channel here, so. Up west for starter, the island of Texel.
Well, you remember the
Texel.
delay.
Yes, yeah, that gets me all the time. And I have 160 miles to top of descent. I'm gonna run to the bathroom real quick. I'll be right back.
I got 200 miles. Top of descent.
Millen, what plane and what airline are you taking to Cleveland? I don't know why, but I'm gonna take a wild guess at KLM.
Okay, back. Sorry, once again, the question. What's going to be one of two choices? I see. My question, I think, was what is your favorite city, and then what did I ask after that?
What airline?
Oh yes. What airline and which airplane are you flying? It's either Delta or Aer Lingus. If you check your flight details, it'll probably tell what airplane it is too. Especially if you've picked a seat. Man, what is this big city over here? What is that? Vegas. There's Vegas.
Vegas.
Oh, really?
Yep. We
I'm
are.
giving it a low flyby now.
Oh man, we're gonna be seeing some 380s guys when we head in here. There's a bunch of them that we're falling in line with here. Depends on which one is cheapest. Fair. Yeah, airline tickets right now are a little outrageous. Aer Lingus is at Amsterdam to Dubai with an A320. And then Dubai to Cleveland with a 321 Neo. Ooh. What? No, that can't be right. What's Dub? Dublin. Dublin. Okay,
Dublin.
that makes more
Yeah,
sense.
Dublin would make, yeah, that would make more sense.
What is Dubai's?
Go to Cleveland by Dubai. That's quite the flight.
DXB. DXB is Dubai. Yeah, Dublin. Okay, 321 to Dublin to Cleveland. What is that? 8 hours? 9 hours? That's still a pretty long flight with a single aisle airplane.
Mm.
You can't really get up and do laps around the airplane, you know? You gotta kind of just like stand up in the aisle and do jumping jacks or something at 38,000 feet.
Phoenix needs to make a Neo.
I'd love that. Delta's Amsterdam to JFK with an A330. Then JFK to Cleveland with a 319. Yeah, 330 would be good. Phoenix needs to make a 350.
Here's
That's
the
what
problem.
Phoenix needs to
Phoenix
do.
is only limited. Phoenix is limited by what ProSim will give them.
Does ProSim do the 350?
They do not. They make the 737, 737 MAX, and A320 series.
Yeah, A320 and 737.
So I could see them making 737 NG and Max, and maybe Neo. But I think after that they're kind of stuck.
Yeah.
And then I think they'll die off, and Tulsa will come to MSFS and beat them. But we'll see.
Yeah. Well, last May I flew with the 321 Neo to Cleveland, and it was doable. Service was good, and the airplane was very spacious. Well, I guess they have to give you a little bit more legroom because I think they have to reduce the number of seats in those airplanes to carry more fuel. But I still prefer a wide body, so I'll probably be going with Delta. Yeah, wide bodies are much more comfortable for longer flights.
Does Delta still do wide bodies? I can't think of a wide body they have right now.
Who?
Delta.
330 for one.
330?
Yep. Okay.
They have 350s? 350?
Yes, they do.
And 767? They still fly those?
Yeah, I think they got a few left. And then aren't they flying that? Don't they have a 777 too?
No, they used to. They don't anymore.
They used to. Diesel says, I really want a 350 or 330. You know, I am desperate for that 350 from Any Builds because it looks so good. So good.
I'm mildly worried about how actually system depth that thing is going to actually end up being.
I don't know, but I mean, any builds their quality is decent. You know, it's not quite a
but
Phoenix
they
or
haven't made an airliner
PMDG,
this
but
complex. They haven't made an airliner this complex quite yet. They made 300 and 310, but this is on a whole nother level of complexity.
well, that's probably why it's taking so long. Plus, there's not a lot of open documentation on a 350 versus the others.
Yeah, I wonder if they're partnering with Airbus or something.
330, 350, 767 is what Delta flies according to Mian, and the 330 Neo. That'd be a fun one. I love a 350 and MSF. Yeah, check out the Any Builds 350, but yeah, it's gonna be for 24 diesel. PMDG nailed the 777. Yes, the 777 is amazing. And we need to get in more flights, but I've been so excited about having the Fenix feel like a good airplane again, because I was so disappointed I wasn't flying it because it just felt like crap on takeoff and landings. It just felt like I was not right until I changed those springs and cams on the Virpil, and it made a world of a difference. Just kind of weird to say, but okay, we need to go ahead and grab the weather at our destination and start doing some landing prep. So QNH is currently 2982 with a temperature of 18. Wait, really?
Yeah, 64 degrees.
I guess it
That's
is.
not bad for nighttime.
Yeah, it's pretty good. Okay, and then we're going to be expecting 24 right. Oh, wait, hang on. I still need to get the winds. The winds are 250 at 9. 250 at 9. We were expecting runway 24 right, so that's perfect. I am learning the 777 now. I've mostly flown the 738 in the sim. But the 777 is very similar to 737. It's basically a simplified version of the 737, in my opinion. Yes, it is. It is a perfect mixture of some Airbus tech with the 737.
If you can fly the 737 NG, you can fly the 777. When the 777 first came out, I just started it up like I was starting up a 737.
Yeah, it's actually really easy to set up.
It's
Delta
way,
Ops.
way easier than the 737.
So if we go ahead and pull up that chart for that approach of 24 right. Triple seven is even easier than the 7.3. Yeah, the 7.3 is a bit more complicated than a lot of modern airliners.
I would say 737 is one of the more complex airliners in the sim we have.
Look at this. Look at these restrictions over the mountains. The altitude restrictions. That is a very long approach. Final altitude of 2200. ILS barometer is 322. But I do find the 7.3 very fun to fly. Yes, PMDG knocked it out of the park with that. Now, the iFly 737 MAX handles exceptionally well. It really is a workhorse, and it only does what you tell it to. Yeah, yeah. Airbus does have its quirks with some stuff it does. The 737, it's kind of a point-and-shoot kind of airplane. It does exactly what you tell it to. Most of the time. MCAS. Yeah, I'm very curious about the iFly Max. Yeah, I haven't streamed with it yet, but we had a poll in the Discord tonight, and it lost out to the Fenix, but I'll probably fly it next week. It has an exceptionally good flare on landing. I love it.
There should be an update by next week too for the autopilot VNAV issues.
Oh, good.
Although I did figure out what was happening in VNAV, and I've gotten it to work very reliably now.
What was wrong?
I forgot to put in res FinRes plus alternate in the reserves, and it just would not calculate TD correctly.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, the price is kind of steep for an alpha, but a lot of us really wanted that max.
Yeah. Also, it's in great shape as is. If they keep working on it, which they are going to, it's going to be a great plane.
Landing weight. What are we expecting from our last load sheet? Zero fuel weight, takeoff weight. Didn't say. Alright, so... What am I looking for here? We got 9.4 on board. What are we expecting at... Oh, estimated at KLAX is 9.4. Our zero fuel weight... 137.4, so 0.8... 146.8. So we're gonna need medium brake. Yep, that'll work. Yeah, I do two, but yeah, I have a holiday to Cleveland, which I have to pay for. And you're gonna have to get that Delta ticket for that wide body too. I'm considering the Max, but with it being early access and 24 coming out soon, I don't know if it's worth to spend another 60-70 bucks. Yeah, I mean, with 24, literally,
getting a free upgrade.
Yeah, that's a good point. 24 is right around the corner, but to Des' point, you do get it for free in 24 if you buy it in 2020. I don't even know if I'm going to play 24 right now, or right away, sorry, since there won't be a lot of aircraft on like PMG or Phoenix. I'm going to go ahead and get it. I know I'm going to eventually play it, so I would like to go ahead and start experiencing it as things do start coming over. Plus, I just want to see what it feels like.
Looking at the SDK, I really don't think it'll be a big change for developers to make over. I think a lot of things will work right out of the box. I think a lot of things will not require. It's just, this is looking at the SDK from an SDK standpoint. I know the sim itself has got a big upgrade. From the SDK standpoint, it looks more like a sim update than anything else.
Oh, excuse me, I was yawning. Sorry.
It's kind of as big of a jump as MSFS 2020 sim update 1 to sim update 15 if it was just one big update. That's kind of the same kind of jump we're looking at here in the SDK. I know the sim itself has improved a lot, but SDK standpoint.
Dang, we got the shortest runway out of all of them. I'm gonna try a flaps 3 landing. I don't do those very often, but the wind's being really calm. Well, it's 9 knots, so yeah, flaps 3 would actually be a pretty good thing to do here. Keep up our speed a little bit. Yeah, eventually, of course. Yeah. I mean, eventually, all of us will hopefully be over to 24 within a year. You know, especially whoever the first major airliner that comes over is going to make some sales too, because there's some people who are just now getting in the flight sim who haven't bought any mods, who are waiting for 24 to come out, and then that first manufacturer is going to make some money off those people. My PC is going to struggle with 24 to say the least. Why do you say that, Diesel? If you run in 2020, I don't think you're going to have too much of an issue with 24. I don't think.
I think you might even have a better time running 2024.
I'm going to stick with 2020 for a while, and then when 24 is all settled, I'll probably make the swap. But it's fair. It's fair. I'm going to have both, so we may have to split our streams between the versions for a couple months. just depending on what we're doing.
Or use a piece of software to link them together. Or maybe Microsoft will take back what they said and they will make the two servers work together.
Yeah, I don't know why. I don't know why you can't inject the traffic from or whatever. It's a Microsoft thing.
It's not a
24 should.
technical limitation, because plenty of other applications like that some are doing it. It's just them being greedy.
You don't
That-
make any money if you don't switch.
Yeah, but there's plenty of other reasons to switch other than just multiplayer. I mean, what is the conversion rate for multiplayer going to be? 5-10% compared to the other one, the latest and greatest. 24 should be even better, right? At least I hope so. They didn't do a very good job on optimizing 2020. Hey, no, okay. So 2020 is in an amazing state compared to what it used to be. They absolutely turned things around. So while they may not have gotten this thing perfect by any means, and hopefully 24 is better, they have made 2020 very good. I mean, even with max hardware that I have right now, the Fenix used to be almost unflyable at high settings.
I'm very excited about the prospect of being able to multi-thread WASM modules. I'm very excited for that.
Yeah, so to Dev's point there, Diesel, performance should be better because do you remember when they made your aircraft computer screens here on a separate thread and improved performance so you could run these at high resolution or high frame rate and everything, and improved resolution because you don't have to use the DLSS and all that stuff, because they can run different chunks of the airplane across multiple threads and cores and whatever on 24. It should allow your processor to spread the load more evenly, giving you a performance boost. Hopefully, that's the idea.
That is for the developer of the plane element. So PMG will probably never get that. But
well, PMDG's always had the best, most optimized performance airplane, so they might
maybe. I know for a fact that Phoenix will not be able to get that.
Why? Because of how it's brought in by ProSim?
Phoenix is because the fact that everything runs outside, the displays are rendered as a JavaScript gauge instead of a WASM gauge. Don't quote me on this, but this is from what I remember. They're rendered as which cannot be threaded. I think that's still one of the main thread.
The screens are already on our own thread, so if they could do the auto, I mean, it depends on how it's injected through
ProSim
the
running
sim.
in the background's running in the main thread. Because ProSim itself is not multi-threaded, I think.
I'm not sure how all that stuff funnels through, but in theory, you should see some performance gains if things are done appropriately. At least the ability will be there. What was our final fix approach? Altitude 22. Let's go ahead and start our descent here.
Same Diesel. I could barely fly it either. I actually just stopped and I took the 777 now.
Yeah, the Phoenix is heavier. Yeah, the Phoenix is... When I first bought the Phoenix, I had a medium tier at best computer. And I had to, despite how much I loved flying it, I had to shelf it because I just couldn't handle it. And then when I upgraded to what I have now, it was amazing because I could finally fly the Phoenix, and it is a work of art. Speaking of bad FPS, the Flybauer 380 looks incredible. Wow, I couldn't barely fly. Yeah, we tried to stream it on Friday, and during pushback, it crashed everything. It crashed my computer. So yeah, it is. I was so excited for it, but for some reason, the performance is just absolutely atrocious.
I think it's part of the fact that there's so many developers working on it. It's just everyone has different system specs and just trying to get that all working together on a community project is probably a pain.
Well, the fact that I have a top-end computer and I can't run it smoothly,
that is concerning.
That's concerning.
There's probably no standardized method for writing the code though, so everyone just throws their own code at it, and it's like a jambalaya of code.
Yeah. Well, it's the same thing for the fly-by-wire. The fly-by-wire for me feels like crap because it's got some lag that I can't get rid of no matter what I do. Unless I drop my LODs way down, I have some serious lag. Now, I could fly the 380 if I were to drop my LODs way down. I'm sure I could just half them and it would probably be okay. But I don't want to do that. So I don't have to do it with any other airplane. I saw the 30-minute stream and figured something went horribly wrong. So we canceled the stream, and then we ended up completing the flight again. Oh well, I don't want to say again. We ended up completing the flight after a restart, and it went okay. But upon landing, it was stutterfest. It was bad. I had a pretty terrible landing, so it's hard to land smoothly. Ron has all beat.
This is the third mid-roll ad I've gotten. This is ridiculous.
The what?
I just got the third mid-roll ad in the stream so far. It's ridiculous.
It's like every 30 minutes or
What the heck
something.
is YouTube doing?
You guys flying VATSIM? No, we're not right now. No. Well, we're talking about doing a Friday night ops. That's VATSIM. I need to rush up on my skills. I haven't flown VATSIM in 6 months.
I think the last thing we did was on the A300 with me.
Maybe. Remember, I was flying with somebody. I think it was Mike last year, and we were flying into New Orleans, and the airport that's modeled in the stock MSFS 2020 is not accurate. So this guy is literally telling me to take some taxiway and go park some gate that doesn't even exist for me. And I was like, man, it's kind of weird that people are parked in the grass, but okay. You know, it must have some different scenery or whatever. And then I was like, I don't see the taxiway, and I've got default livery on MSFS. So he goes, okay, well, here, do this. And then it was like the very next flight, we flew back up to Atlanta, and they asked me to do some really weird stuff I've never even heard before. I've got 300 or 400 hours in VATSIM, and they were like, at 62 miles from the airport, head, turn right on a heading of 123 and do a loop-de-loop and line it for runway whatever for a visual approach. I'm like, what? Yeah, it was a, could you repeat that, please? I'm actually pretty happy with how those colors are coming through on the stream. You can't see the city very well. That doesn't come through the best, but you can still see it at least.
Are U.S. procedures for the 777 a lot different than EU? I did not know that. I could probably put my init ref in.
I see. I don't fly VATSIM in the EU very often. In fact, I think I've only done it once. And
I did it across the pond recently, and I was a disaster.
And it's mostly because I have a really hard time with the accents. Still don't understand why the FAA and the EASA won't work together on that. The FAA won't even work with us. They're not happy until you're not happy, so. Yeah, with the distortion that is introduced with VATSIM, which you can turn that off, but it kind of takes the fun out of it. You know, I have a hard time with European accents.
Same. I had to get them to phonetically spell all my waypoints. It was ridiculous.
Well, for what it's worth, I'm also having trouble with the accent of some controllers. Well, I think for American controllers, it's probably the speed at which they speak. For some reason, they think that the faster they talk, the sexier they sound.
Is that why they talk so fast?
I think it's some.
Yeah, it's like
It's weird. It's like they talk super fast because they think it. A lot of them will either think it's accurate or cool, or for some whatever reason, they want to talk fast. But then what ends up happening is they have to repeat themselves 2 or 3 times. So then ultimately, if they were to slow down, enunciate, and make it a very clear instruction for somebody to follow that they can read back on the first try, you actually increase your overall speed. It's kind of like smooth as fast, the saying.
It's funny because they'll give me my clearance and I'm like, what language are you speaking? And then I just start repeating back, can you repeat please, or squawk 00 whatever, repeat please. Let's do something stupid like,
Oh, I have no shame in asking a controller to slow down.
I do.
I will happily be like, could you repeat that please slower?
There was a very, very, very rude controller at my airport the other day. We were flying out of it, and it was just like, dude, are you serious? He was just getting in arguments with pilots all over the place for no reason. And just being incredibly rude.
I like those guys. You just kill them with kindness.
That's what I did. I was like, thanks for the ATC and blah, 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 stuff like that. But, oh my gosh.
No, that's when you tell them happy birthday.
I don't get that.
And then change
Is
the
that a
channel.
thing?
Yeah, so
Is
what
it
you'll
a
do
thing?
is right before, they tell you, okay, tune to 121.2 or something like that. And you're back tuning 121.2, have a good night and happy birthday, and then change channel. So then everyone wants to be like, oh, happy birthday.
Well, okay, no. That would have been fun. I would have done that to that controller if that controller wasn't dot walloping everyone who had an argument with him.
I would have absolutely still done it. I'm sorry. I was just being kind. I thought it was his birthday. We're all human beings here, so.
I've started running the habit of having an audio clip on my stream deck while I'm on that sim. It clips last 30 seconds. It don't take the bat sim audio.
Why are we turning right? What's going on here? This is a really cool nighttime approach. I don't know if I've ever flown into LAX at night.
Oh no, be ready for a lag fest.
The Dutch controllers are doing a very good job on that area, in my opinion. Always very calm, and they take their time for the flyers. That's one of the things in the United States. They say, for example, 121.2. In the EU, we say 121.2. Oh yeah.
The Dutch controllers were the best thing ever.
Huh?
The Dutch VATSIM controllers are like the best thing ever. They're amazing. Oh my gosh. They are literally a lifesaver.
Well, you may be convincing me to go fly with some Dutch controllers sometime soon. Both of you. All right, let's get an update on our weather here. ATIS, LAX, ATIS. Information Bravo 240 at 10 miles, visibility clear, 18 degrees, 2982.
One of the great things is they know you probably can't understand them, so they have no problem repeating things phonetically, and they do it very happily, and it's great. They're really helpful.
I mean,
Now, the England controllers, on the other hand, flying into EGLL is a mess.
now, I feel like it's almost a rite of passage for VAT simmers to get yelled at. Like, it's almost a requirement.
I have not yet.
Like, leave your feelings at the door kind of thing.
And I've never done
I
it,
have-
so there's no way I'm put my toe in
I
that
have-
water yet.
Almost gotten yelled at, but I have defused that situation very fast.
And look at this crosswind. I've got an 81 knot straight across the nose crosswind. Look how I'm flying. It's like crooked. That's
Yeah,
so
mine's
crazy.
92.
Yep, mine's 106.
Whoa.
I'm coming through 32,000.
EGLL
Yeah.
is a pain in the place for the sun don't shine. Never fly to England.
What you do to avoid getting yelled at by controllers is, you know the saying, "Cut the customer's always right." You're like that, but the controller is always right. So everything's always your fault. You just take accountability for everything, whether it's your fault or not. You never get yelled at. It's great.
I did get in an argument with one of them because he was dead wrong and then yelled at me for not doing something he never told me to do. I basically told him to shove it.
That's
I was
great.
like, well, you didn't say it. I don't know what to tell you. But I'm turning on a heading on 121.
I mean, those basic guys, and some of them are really just kids, you know, too. So
Yeah.
you got to take it for what it is.
Yeah, I know we like to complain about the controllers. There's a lot of very good controllers.
There are, but that's in the network itself. Though. That's a thing that you know, like the upper management. It's no.
You gotta tell him what Ken's wife says. What does she always say to you, Ken?
Y'all don't think that's real, do you?
Absolutely. This is 1000% real. Speaking of real, I need to put my passengers back in their seats. Get back there. Go.
Yeah, it is.
It is in my mind.
All right, do you want to take bets on how many A380s we're going to see coming into Los Angeles?
I've never had a fight with a controller in the EU. They're all very helpful. Especially the ones in Denmark. Yeah, I mean, 90% of the time, you have a very good group of controllers. 8% of the time, you got some guys who are a little grumpy. And then 2% of the time, you got ones that are just jerks. It's not common, but you tend to get some really funny stories out of the ones who are being jerks to you.
I would totally only fly in Europe if they were on when I'm awake,
Yeah, that would be helpful too.
which I'm almost never awake when they're on. So
Who's on? I mean, the East Coast in the United States is always lit up, but like, there's nobody west of the Mississippi on right now. Nobody, except in Canada. Oh, I'm sorry. There is a ground controller at Jackson Hole, and oh, there's another one that just popped up. KMCI, Kansas City has one. They have ground and approach, and Jackson Hole. Otherwise, let's see. Now that I'm looking at ground controllers, Houston has one, and Lake Charles. So nothing that you actually talk to while you're in the air, anyways. So
probably just ground controllers trying to get their hours in.
most likely. All right, this is yelling at me for some more drag. Get behind on that. Let's give it a notch of drag there. Europe is always very active, but yeah, on EU time, yeah.
All right,
Catch it back up to Green Dog.
More luck.
Landing systems. Go ahead and get our landing lights, runway lights, and we'll set the takeoff lights. That will come on as soon as our gear comes down. Seatbelt sign is back on, and we are medium brake, and we're going to be doing a flaps 3 landing, so slightly different. You got to turn on your flaps 3 landing on your overhead there.
Wait, what? I didn't know there was a button.
Yep, if you are flaps 3 landing and you don't turn on the landing flap 3 ground proximity warning system item, it will yell at you on your ECAM that your flaps are wrong.
All right, approach mode is active.
10,000 feet, a little over 250. It's going to slow us up right there. Okay, cool. All right, we can get rid of that speed brake. Speed brake is back in. Speed brake is armed. Brakes
I
medium.
remember I just got my FCU on VATS and I was landing at Los Angeles, and I wanted to use the X speed button on it since I've never used the X speed button. Well, I was on approach, need to get down, so I thought it'd be a good idea to press the speed button. I did not know that would speed me up to 350 knots below 10,000 feet. This was on network too.
Oh no.
Yep.
The landing has to be butter. Oh, Diesel, you still here?
If you're in the Phoenix, it's probably not gonna be better.
You want your mouth there, boy.
Mm,
You know who you're talking to?
Sorry,
Talking to?
the Phoenix is such a I know the Phoenix is such a bad clear
That's
level.
just-
Well,
baby.
half the stream is talking about the cams and springs that I've adjusted on the Virpil here.
Oh yeah, okay. I forgot about that.
Now I have not done. I need more drag. Okay. Bring a notch back in. I have not done a flaps 3 landing yet, so this is gonna be all new to me. So I don't know how this is gonna feel. Butter, waffle, and pancakes. There we go. There we go.
Alright, 4,600 feet, 10 miles out, disconnect autopilot.
landing on 24 right. 24 right.
All right, flaps can go back, or speed brakes can go back in, and let's go ahead and rearm those. Auto brake, medium. Speed brakes arm, landing flaps 3. Cabin is ready. Get that track IR going. So, in what stage of flight do you get the clearance in the United States? Departure clearance?
I think he's talking about arrival clearance. You don't get your runway till you're on about at the airport.
Yeah, usually you'll somewhere around 20 miles or so. Departure clearance will usually before I even like right after I turn the airplane on. All right, let's get some flaps, speed brakes back in here, and go half to try to help it catch up real quick here. It's trying to slow us down. But
Alright, I'm off center line. This is bad.
20 miles out. Let's go flaps 1. Touch early. Whoops, I read that wrong. It's okay. We got some drag back in there. Let's bring those speed brakes back in. Armed. Oh, I thought that was different. And how about the arrival clearance? Arrival, like, you'll be told what runway to expect so that you have everything programmed correctly. Probably while you're on the arrival. So you will normally follow the arrival that you've that was in your flight plan that you filed, and then somewhere along your arrival path they will tell you what runway to expect. And then about right now they'll say, you know, expect ILS runway 24 right, and then so we'll get lined up on it, and then when you get close to it, it'll be clear to land 24 right.
They've been giving it to me before I even start descending recently.
Yeah, sometimes you'll get that. Man, there's a lot of traffic. I see 172 down there. 767. Look at that. Someone coming out. Alright, which way do we need to turn at this airport here? Left. So you'll have to program the runway in while on arrival? Yes. Usually you can read ahead on the ATIS. and figure out what you're going to end up with. All right, Kobe is our final approach fix, so let's go ahead and go flaps 2.
It is a lag fest down here, just so you know.
Okay.
Be prepared.
Coming up on glide slope. Approach active. Glide slope's captured. Landing gear. Flaps 3. Change it to flaps 3. I forgot to do that earlier. They do not. The ATC will not give you your expected runway to land at. They don't know what it is.
Yeah, but you can usually figure it out. Usually, the runway I punch in is usually what ends up happening.
Yeah, and then you can just do a little, read the ATIS, see what other people are doing on VATSIM maps and things like that. There's somebody landing off to the left over there. Who is that? Is that 767? Have you seen the new VRAS add-on? I think I saw something about it, but is that the one that like announces stuff to you?
It's like the 737's RAS, but for any.
Yeah. I haven't really looked into it, but that would be pretty cool. Well, then it's less different than I thought. Oh, okay. Now coming up on 1,000 feet, let's go autopilot off.
Alright, I'm gonna hop off. I'll see.
See you.
So long.
Couldn't even wait for us.
Nope.
Never fails.
Yeah, a little bit of a crab coming in here.
Y'all on the ground yet?
About to be at minimums.
About 12 miles from Mercy. I'm on the approach.
Minimums, continue.
100. 50. 40. 30. 20. Retard. Drive.
Very floaty at 5. Ooh, there's that butter.
Pitch.
What about the floaty?
It was very floaty, but that was super butter. Landing. 60 knots, reversers off. Tap the brakes. Let's get off this runway. Yeah, I cannot complain about that. All right, take a guess at what that was. Well, somebody just flew right over the top of my head there. Oh, it was Eddie. Flying off into the moonset there.
He was quiet the whole flight.
I was stalking.
He's stalking. Be on final here.
Only on
Yes,
final. Only on final though.
Yeah, I didn't look outside the airplane there.
I'm gonna go chase Ron and Ken now.
I'm close. I'm very close.
I got these
100
guys on the final here.
Oh crap!
You better cut it back if Ron's on final.
Minimum.
I can do it. I can
Man,
do
this
it.
all of a sudden got really laggy. I was a passenger, I wouldn't even have felt it.
Yeah.
Yeah, I hit a big stutter right then. That's my first of the trip.
Yeah, like it's got really bad all of a sudden. Like I'm glad it wasn't like this on landing. I wouldn't have been able to land hardly.
Ooh, I don't know if I'm gonna like that one. Let me see.
I'll watch the landing, then I'll go to sleep. Otherwise, it'll be very hard. All right, man. Good night. Thanks for all the chatting and entertainment. We'll try to get ourselves to a gate in one piece here without this thing falling apart on us. I'm giving it throttle and nothing's happening. Come on. And there's airplane after airplane coming in here. Look at that.
I love being able to turn this thing. This is so cool. This is like the highlight of my day.
That's awesome.
You don't know how. Ever since I've flown this thing, it's just been. You know, I've had to slew across a lot of the runways just to, you know, get lined up. It takes a little getting used to. I'm gonna get dizzy.
I love it.
Okay. Small movements.
I want to know why this place is such a lag fest. What's going on here?
You got 1 million people here, probably.
Oh yeah. Oh, probably all those 380s. May need to well, it's probably the 380s if I were to guess. There's so many here.
I flown the 7.3 in here with no problem, lag-wise or stutter-wise. I mean, it's the best performing airplane I've got as far as that goes.
Yeah. It's time for me to go sleep now. Like I said in Dutch, yeah, you want me to pronounce that? Good luck. I'll see you guys in the Discord server. Have a good night. Good night, buddy. Bedankt voor die something. I don't know. I'm probably saying something terrible. I'm probably getting bamboozled.
Where are we?
Pick a spot.
Okay.
Big airport. We weren't exactly close to. Diesel, what do you think the landing rate was? Alright, the lines here are not modeled very well.
Is that Ken driving in front of me? Nope. Head-on collision. I don't know who that was.
Was it Eddie?
Ken's in the air.
Oh, okay. Looked like your plane, but it's alright.
I was asking if it was Eddie. Wasn't accusing Eddie. God. This is terrible.
Just going
Oh,
with it
it's so slow to react. I was hitting the brakes and nothing was happening. Negative 64. You were very close, sir. Very close.
Good deal. Nothing wrong with that.
Nope. I caught that. Perfect. Oof. I'll be right back. Hey guys, I appreciate you all hanging in here for a little longer flight than usual. I hope you enjoyed the flight. We're gonna get these passengers deboarded here and hopefully get out of this lag fest before my computer fries itself. So, of course, close but not quite. Yeah, Diesel. Yeah, you did get it one night. You got it like right on the money. Get all these lights off so that it starts flickering everywhere. We should be back Thursday night for our usual general aviation flight. But until then, have a good night and see ya.